auctions tonight. And on the Gold Coast,
Both doing best dressed.
the worst house in one of the best streets
Where do we start?
leaves them speechless. Now, while we're talking about the whys and wherefores of buying houses, the one thing we're always told is that position is everything. It's better to buy the worst house in the best street than the other way round. Well, on the Gold Coast, there's a place that fits that description, and its potential is what's really attracting all the buyers. There's no arguing this position. Surfers paradise on the Gold Coast. Famous for its sun, sand, sea and high-rise, high-density housing. But enjoying the Queensland lifestyle doesn't mean you have to live up high in the sky. Because spread around the skyscrapers are lush green suburbs like Broadbeach Waters. And if there was ever a case of the worst house in the best street, this might be it.
Mind the dog poo.
It's a 4-bedroom bomb in urgent need of some TLC.
Whether it's a fix-up or a bulldozer job.
But what the Broadbeach bomb can boast about is its position,
Welcome to the house. Have you been through before? No, I haven't. This one's
which is what the agent Emma Hoger is counting on to pull a crowd.
Being the heart of Broadbeach Waters, Florida Gardens is a very popular place to live, and everyone has been drawn to the property for basically the address.
Hi Mark, it's Emma Hoger here. How are you?
All the interest is great news for the owner, Mark Kelleher. He's overseeing the sale of his house from the other end of the country, and he won't be at the auction because he's on duty.
I've been in the fire brigade 19, 20 years. Oh, it's a great job, shift work, camaraderie between the blokes.
Helping keep Melbourne fire-free has earned Mark a few bob over the years, and he's invested his cash in the Gold Coast property with his sister.
Well, they say you should never invest or lend money with family or friends, but this has been terrific. My sister and I, we get on well and we haven't had any trouble at all.
But the business relationship is coming to an end because Mark's sister has just bought herself a new house and needs her share of the money.
It's been a great investment, rental return-wise. I think in 10 years we've had it, we've probably been without a tenant 1 week in that time.
So it's right for renting out. But a possible buyer, Ken Ince, has bigger plans.
It's an older area, but it's a good part of the Gold Coast. There's a lot of big homes around there, a lot of homes that are worth a lot of money. And I'm also looking at the idea of pulling it down and rebuilding.
For Ken, this isn't going to be any old renovation job. The Broadbeach bomb could be his big chance to change his whole career.
I'm a plasterer. I have been for 30-odd years. When I was younger, I could do it real easy. 30 years later, it's not so easy to do. And this is the main reason why I'm looking to get into renovating.
Changing professions mid-life is not something you rush into. So Ken's been patient, waiting for the perfect property to start with.
When you're a renovator, you've always got it in the back of your mind of how much money you're going to have to pay for it, spend on it, and what are you going to get for it. Make sure there's $1 left in it for you at the end.
They might be ready to roll up for the auction on the Gold Coast, but nearly 2,000 kilometres away in Melbourne, Mark Kelleher is feeling the heat.
Yeah, I'd like to get it over and done with and just see how it goes.
And up the coast, things are taking off.
I'm just looking for an investment, really. I've got another property in Surfers, and I just want to add to the portfolio.
James Leslie and his dad Peter are a father and son investment team, and they know all about the business of buying and selling.
There's an extra, comes with the rear bar. It's got a painted engine cover, which I'll show you in a moment. Cars, always been an interest. I think if you're interested in something, you're always going to do better at it. Hence, I think car sales was a natural progression.
When it comes to doing a deal, James knows the right moves.
Well, in my opinion, emotion doesn't really have a place in a business deal. That translates to property in that I've got a set figure that I think that house is worth, and I won't go over it. I think I should get there about 9 o'clock. So I can have a bit of a look at the house, as I haven't seen it yet.
No.
Hang on, what was that? Did he say he hasn't even seen it yet?
Work doesn't allow it. I mean, the times that the property has been open, I've been working. So hence, get Dad to help out.
James' dad, Peter, is the eyes and ears of this operation. He's done the inspection and James will do the bidding.
I'll sit there and wait, and I'll wait. And once, you know, it might be that I don't actually come into the auction until the second call on the last bid.
Now, James might think he's got it all worked out. Now, on the Gold Coast, as expected, interest is picking up for the worst house in the best street.
Both teams are stressed at the moment. Yeah.
The latest arrivals at the Broadbeach bomb are a couple of lovebirds.
Yeah, there is a lot of work to be done on the house.
For Cherie Duchateau and her boyfriend Andrew, big plans are in the air.
You're at the stage now where I think it's time to make a commitment.
That's right, we're talking the big M word, mortgage.
Find a property in a good area, and it just seems like prices are still going up, so we don't want to miss the boat.
For Cherie and Andrew, the Broadbeach bomb is a perfect first home.
And Andrew likes his space and a bit of a backyard. We're both happy.
A bit expensive, don't you think?
And with bidding likely to be unpredictable, Cherie and Andrew have a secret weapon.
Well, I'm taking my father and he'll just help us out.
Come auction day, Cherie's dad is a man who calls a spade a spade.
It's nearly easy to bulldoze the place and rebuild. You're just buying the block of land, really. I feel it's worth about 170, 175, something like that.
There's some money spent on it, doesn't it?
He's ready to bid, but this is the first time car salesman James has laid eyes on the place.
Yeah, do you like it?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. I mean, it's irrelevant, really, the house.
For Ken the plasterer, the house is all that matters. If he buys it, he'll become an owner-builder and redo it from the ground up.
I have a feeling we wouldn't have been a half an inch.
What sort of crowd would be there?
You could make money if you had an ice cream van, I'll tell you that.
Mark the owner is on the blower from Melbourne, with his own man on the spot.
So, as Frank Sinatra once said, you've got the opportunity to do it your way. Where do we start? An opening bid somewhere.
200.
Heard it, sir. Where was it? Yours at $200,000.
They opened at 200.
Yes. Yeah.
Blimey.
Strongly started.
That's one of the oldest tricks in the book. The bowl overbid from the guy in the red cap has silenced the crowd.
Happy to take your two tenders at anywhere.
Ken and Trish can't believe it. Cherie's not looking too impressed, but James is keeping his cool.
It's caught everybody by surprise.
$200,000 the bid.
Caught me by surprise too.
One bid and one bid only at $200,000.
Surely it won't go on the first bid.
Call at $200,000 only.
201.
201.
But there's one bloke who won't be intimidated.
Bid there at $201,002 if you'd like it. Bid 205. 205. Bid $205,000. Now's the time to come back swiftly with that one, sir. Bid $205,000 and happy to make it 206 for anybody here today. Bid 206. 206 is there at $206,000. What a buy.
At last, James the car salesman is in the race.
What an opportunity at $207,000 for bid today at 208.
And it started to run.
Today at 208. Ladies and gentlemen, at
209.
210 is there. Welcome back, sir. At $210,000 then. And happy to make it 211 if you'd like. First call at 211. 211 and the bid is there.
211,
Ladies and gentlemen, standing and selling at $211,000.
This could be it for James.
Third and final call. 212. I don't need to look. I heard it at $212,000.
You could have heard a pin drop. Yeah.
At $212,000. That's the offer.
500.
We're at $212,500. Will it win the day? Let's see. At $212,500 on the third and final call. All over. Finished. You out? He's out at 212,000 then. Third and final call. Sold at 212,500.
It's kisses all round for James, lipstick and all. And Mark the fireman must be pretty pleased too.
It's a great result. I'll have to give my sister a ring now and let her know.
Yeah, we didn't even get a chance to start together.
As for everyone else, well, they're slowly getting over the shock.
Back to the drawing board.
Yep, and keep looking.
Everything has its price, and I'm not going to lose my money in a property, so there's plenty others out there.
Forever a man with an eye for a deal, James has one last piece of business to take care of.
Now about that Suzuki Vitara.
You're joking.
You know what they say, it takes a salesman to know one.
I was out looking for a car last week for my daughter, and guess who I bumped into?
This would have to be James's lucky day.
We might have bought it. Well, have you sold it yet?
No, it's still...
I think you better give me a call tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely, okay. Yes.
Not a problem at all. Congratulations. That's
Thanks,
amazing.
Bob.
That's it for now, but don't forget to check out our Hot Auctions website for all the tips about buying and selling houses under the hammer. It's at domain.com.au. Hope to see you next time.
Get set. Next, the Gold Lotto. Then Tess and Jonesy learn to work as a team again when an accident victim claims his good Samaritan is trying to kill him. The investigation reveals a career crim searching for hidden loot and local farmers who think their luck has changed. Blue Heelers next, followed by Crossing Jordan. Will Jordan risk a fling to break out of a boring love life? Crossing Jordan, 9:30 on 7.